So welcome to the final presentation of the robotics working group of the 4th bioSASH hackathon. Together with Lucas Broming, we will present the results of our working group. First, I will talk about the concept and how we implemented two different approaches for the two different robots. And then Lucas will tell us a bit about the precise flex, one of the robots, in detail. So during the introduction on the first day, I presented the hierarchical levels of lab automation systems and also how processes can be decomposed. So what we did during the hackathon, we addressed the task, subtask, and motion sequence level, and we implemented SiLA servers on the PC level for the robots. So that means that for the precise flex, we implemented also the motion sequences on the PC level. And on the next slide, you will see how these commands are communicated with the low-level robot controller. On the other side, for the universal robot, you can see that the role for the robot controller is extended to cover the motion sequences instead of the PC. So they were programmed, they were taught directly on the robot controller level. So with that, we cover basically the two approaches, how robots can be integrated with SiLA and controlled by a high-level scheduler. The scheduler was implemented by Stefan, which controlled both of the robots. So here is the system architecture. This reflects the levels of the system on the hardware side. So you see we have the scheduler that acts as a SiLA client, and it communicates with each of the robots and the dummy device through SiLA, and implements the tasks and subtasks. As I said, on the UR side, we implemented the driver or the bridge as a SiLA server that basically just calls certain motion sequences that are implemented on the robot level. And then ultimately, the sequence is that the first robot gets the plate from the first storage, puts it on the reader, and then the second robot gets it from the reader and puts it to the storage. So the precise flex is the second robot. Again, there the motions are implemented on the PC level, and primitive commands are communicated with the embedded controller. So I want to thank everyone in the team who contributed. It was a team effort. Everyone brought their own expertise. We worked together. We put those different areas together. And in the beginning, it was really a steep learning curve for the team to get up to speed together, learn the other side from each other. But I think in the end, we succeeded, and we even managed to put the two robots together. And I'm really, really happy that we did that. So thank you very much, and I would hand over to Lucas to talk about the precise flex.
Yeah, so how did we do that? So first of all, we had to figure out which Python reference implementation we were going to use. We picked Python because it's the one that we were most familiar with. And how did we approach this? So as Adam pointed out, we had to rely on the motion primitives that were supplied by the vendor interface, which is called TCS. So we basically used Python, first of all, to just get a connection with the robot, which we did via TCP with a socket. and then we basically mapped the proprietary interface into just basic Python functions with which we could then describe those higher level movements like get plate. Get plate is more than just get a plate. It consists of multiple movements. You have to know where the plate is, you have to know the dimensions, you have to know the speed with which to approach, you have to know how to approach, and all these can be described with more primitive motions. And on the other side, how did we turn it into SiLA? We had the feature definition files, which were provided by the robotics working group, and we used those to just generate a blank skeleton of Python code that implements a SiLA server. And all we had to do then was basically implement those functions that we wrote in Python and put them into the respective SiLA commands and properties. And by doing that, we were able to pretty rapidly build a server that works and that we can now use with random universal clients, for example, or the nice lab or the SiLA manager. That's about it. And it was a lot of fun doing that. It was my first time working with a robot, and I don't know, it was fun and easier than expected.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I hope that everyone in the team could gain some hands-on experience with SiLA and with robots. And also the result of this hackathon is an exemplary implementation that we are planning to publish on the SiLA 2 GitLab workspace for both robots. And we plan to use this as sort of a starting point that we can show to new robot vendors and new solution providers. Hey, this is how you can start with the really easy steps to implement your SiLA driver. So again, thank you very much for the team. Thanks for the organization, for BioLago, for Yamin, for SiLA, for DIH Hero, and for Villa Reinborg for the place. Thank you.